Welcome back. Some good news for the two-wheeler sector as it looks upbeat this festive season. Yamaha Motors have posted a growth of 32% in its domestic sales during August 2011 as compared to last year. At the end of the past month, 29,934 units were sold. This is as against the 22,683 number last year. Meanwhile, export figures went up by 1,778 units from 2010, all this registering a good 30% growth within the overall sales itself. Meanwhile, the TVS Motor Company is not too far behind either. They have registered a good 14% growth in their overall sales. The company continued to maintain its growth with contributions from all segments in both domestic and export sales, with scooters taking the lead and exports witnessing a quantum increase. On to some national news. Justice Soumitra Sen has resigned as a judge of the Calcutta High Court. Justice Sen has sent a letter to the President, Pratibha Patil, and the Lok Sabha Speaker Meera Kumar. The Lok Sabha, in fact, was expected to take up his impeachment proceedings after the upper house voted in favour of impeaching him. On August the 18th, the Rajya Sabha had found Justice Sen guilty of misappropriating funds as a judge and of misrepresenting facts. The Enforcement Directorate has registered a foreign exchange violation case against Yoga Guru Ramdev and his trust. During a probe, the ED found irregular fund transfers from foreign sources. Ramdev and his several companies have been under the ED scanner since the fiasco at the Ramleela grounds. Moving on to the ongoing tussle over the sports bill in the Parliament, the issue has been drawing sharp reactions. A common peeve across is that the sports minister is openly talking about the cabinet meeting.
Questions have been raised about conflict of interest. Should ministers have been in the cabinet, especially when the sports bill was being brought in, and many of you head federations?
Look, what happens in the cabinet is totally secret.
That's true.
And I don't think I can discuss what happened in the cabinet. That's not possible. It will not be in the right interest for me to talk anything that happened in the cabinet.
But Mr. Makan in his interview,
Well,
he gave
Mr.
an
Babri
interview.
Makan does not know what are the responsibilities of a minister as a in the
But
cabinet.
he gave interviews, television
Well,
interviews.
he should be the one who should
saying
answer.
that RTI, they want to bring the BCCI under RTI. You're a member of the BCCI.
Look, as far as all these things are concerned,
Right.
there is nobody who's against RTI. None of us.
Right.
I think Mr. Makan should realize that whatever happens inside the cabinet cannot be discussed outside. And what sort of a minister is he? We're not against RTI and the BCI. I'm sure what is there to hide? They are not getting any money from the government of India at all.
Right.
So what sort of a thing is he asking or telling?
So the move to bring the BCCI under the RTI and a provision that those who head sports federations are the twin highlights of Mr. Makan's Sports Bill 2011 that have upset not only the senior ministers in the cabinet but also some of the cricket board members.
I don't discuss cabinet matters outside.
But then still, can you just...
No, how can you expect that? Cabinet matters are cabinet. You have taken oath of secrecy.
Well, tight-lipped about the cabinet sessions there, Mr. Pawar. Moving on, while many Congress leaders have openly criticized the decision to arrest Anna Hazare and send him to the Tihar jail, Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee today distanced himself from the controversy. Speaking exclusively to NDTV, Mr. Mukherjee, who was brought in later to lead talks with Team Anna, said that both the Prime Minister and the Home Minister had responded to the criticism of the decision and he would not add any comment.
You know, there are some people who believe, and you referred to this in your speech in Parliament, you said some people think the government is bungled. You used that word. Do you believe, looking back, that there are lessons to learn on how the government handled it? The opposition said that previously people were applying a very technical and legal approach instead of a political approach. Many people believe that the day you were brought back into the mediation is the day that the government realized it needed a political approach, not a techno-legal approach.
No, it's not merely a technical approach. Here I think, I said also that when somebody said that it is bungled, I did not use the word. Somebody from the floor said that you bungled this. I said, yes, that may be your assessment. But let me explain. What did we do? He started fasting on 5th of April. government recognized that this is a powerful movement led by a very popular leader. Therefore, it will have to be addressed. We addressed it. In the first meeting itself, the ground rules for discussions were
laid down,
settled, agreed. Apart from that, were settled. Therefore, it's not a question of bungling. It's a question of addressing the agitation adequately in the manner which our system permits. But we thought that when it is being discussed within the parliamentary framework and when larger part of the demand has been accepted, but later on then we thought that it will be settled. Because what problem we had to face, that within a specific date this is to be passed.
Yeah.
In our present composition of parliament, where it is the ruling party does not have majority of its own, it is become difficult to make that commitment.
Don't you feel that the biggest mistake perhaps was to arrest Anna Hazare and send him to Tihar jail, that the symbolism of that moment was all wrong, because in Tihar was A. Raja, Suresh Kalmadi, known people, and we sent an anti-corruption crusader. Many people believe that was the turning point and the one example or the key example of the bungling.
I think we should not enter into this question, because this has been adequately addressed by both Prime Minister and Home Minister on the floor of the House.
But they defended it, and later many other leaders said it was a mistake.
I would not like to add anything to it.
What is your personal opinion?
No, I cannot have my personal opinion so long I am in the government.
It's time for us to slip into another short break. But if you thought that the football gods in Kolkata must be crazy, well then gear up for the ultimate. A messiah is just about to kick up the beautiful game there.